Welcome to another informative episode of the AWS Cloud Practitioner exam question series on Exam Tricks and Tips channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to get regular updates on new episode releases. Let's get started. Episode 14 will be covering question number 81 to 85 in this episode. Question number 81, which AWS service can run a managed PostgreSQL database that provides online transaction processing, which is OLTP. Here is my version of keywords. We need to figure out which one can support PostgreSQL, and we need it for OLTP use case. So let's go one by one. Let's eliminate the options that are obviously wrong, and then we'll get to our correct answer. So option A, Amazon DynamoDB. We know Amazon DynamoDB is a NoSQL database, but it's a non-relational workload, and PostgreSQL is a relational database, so we'll have to remove that. So that's gone. Next is Amazon Athena. Now, I'm not sure if you've done this service earlier, but Amazon Athena is a query service for analyzing the data stored in Amazon S3 or other sources. It's not a service designed for managing databases or handling OLTP transactions. So Amazon Athena is wrong. It's not a database service. It's a query service that you can use for running queries on large amount of S3 data and then plug it in with quick set dashboards to create reports. It's part of the reporting solution. So that's gone as well. Option B is gone. The next one that appears to be wrong, option D, Amazon EMR. It's a managed service for big data processing and analytics, typically used for batch processing and data warehousing rather than OLTP. It's a very expensive service as well. So that's wrong. It's not a database service. So Amazon EMR is gone. And that leaves with Amazon RDS. And we all know RDS is a relational database service from Amazon, and it provides full PostgreSQL support. So that's correct answer for this particular question, option C. That's it on this question. Let's move to the next question. Question number 82, a company wants to provide managed Windows virtual desktops and application to its remote employees over secure network connections. Which AWS service can the employee use to meet these requirements? Now, if you are using remote working, what do you need? You need a machine and you need network. And I think that's how you need to look at this particular question. Let's go by eliminating the options, but we can also, keep in mind that if you have to do remote working, what do you need? You need a device and you need the network connection. Let's see option one. Option one, Amazon Connect. It's a contact service solution. It's not designed for providing virtual desktops or applications. So that's wrong, definitely wrong. Option A is gone. Option B is also wrong. This service is streaming service for individual application, but not full desktop. So it's not ideal for providing persistent remote work environments. Option B is gone. What's next in the list? I can see ECS. Yeah, that's wrong as well. It's a container service. It's an orchestration service for running Docker environment, not specifically designed for virtual desktops or applications. So that's wrong. And we're left with option C and option D. And as I told you earlier, what do you need for doing remote working? So option C gives you the device. This service provides scalable, persistent Windows virtual desktops for remote employees. Users can then access their desktops from their supported device with an internet connection, and application can be pre-installed or streamed on demand. So that's your device sorted. And the last one, the network. So this service creates a secure, dedicated network connection between companies on-premises network and the AWS. This allows remote employees to access internal resources of the company network, such as file servers, applications, while maintaining security and data privacy. So you got access to your on-premises, you got access to your work servers, and it's all secure as per the regulations. So what else you need? That's sorted. We got our answers. Option C and D are the answers for this particular question. Amazon AppStream. So it's a secure, reliable, scalable access to applications and non-persistent desktops from any location. But it's not a full desktop solution. Hence, we haven't selected this as an option. The next one is Amazon Workspaces, and this is a service that's tailor-made for virtual working. You can go over the documentation of this service. Also, you can go through this video. It's a small video, but it will give you an insight into what this service is. The next one is AWS site-to-site VPN. Again, you can go through the details of it, but in this gist, it's basically connecting your AWS network with the remote applications. The last one, Amazon Elastic Container Service. We've done this in past. It's your container service that Amazon provides. So that's it on this particular question. Let's move to the next question. Question number 83, a company wants to monitor for misconfigured security groups that are allowing unrestricted access to specific ports. Which AWS service will meet this requirement? There is the keywords. Essentially, the full statement is a keyword. We need to figure out How can we monitor misconfigured security groups that are allowing unrestricted access to specific ports? Obviously, a security breach, we do not want anyone to have unrestricted access to specific ports. Let's go over each option. The first one, trusted advisor. Now, trusted advisor is best for giving guidance. It's not, and it's around cost optimization, etc. It doesn't actually monitor security for group misconfiguration. So it's just a guide. It's not going to proactively do anything for you, and so that's wrong. That's gone. Amazon Cloud primarily monitors performance metrics and logs, but it doesn't have built-in capabilities for detecting misconfigured security groups. So that's wrong as well. What else we have? We have the third option C, guard duty, and that's correct answer. Amazon Guard Duty is specifically designed to detect threats and anomalies within your AWS environment, including misconfigured security groups. It continuously analyzes various data sources. So that's your correct answer. So we got our answer, but let's go over the next one, which is the wrong one. AWS Health Dashboard. Again, it provides information about AWS service health and plan maintenance event, but it doesn't address any security group misconfiguration. So that's gone. So your answer is option C for this particular question. Go a bit deeper onto what all Amazon Guardity is able to do. So it's designed to detect threats and anomalies within your AWS environment. It can specifically identify security groups, allowing unrestricted access to ports, unauthorized access attempts, unusual network activity, malicious behavior patterns. It continuously analyzes various data sources, including VPC flow logs, Cloudtrail events, DNS logs, and identifies potential threat. When it detects a misconfigured security group, it generates a finding that will include details about the affected resource, a specific port, and potential impact. This enables you to quickly then investigate and remediate the issue to prevent the unauthorized access or attack. So that's a complete use case for this particular question. I think we have seen AWS Health Dashboard service for the first time, so we'll quickly check the documentation for it. So here is the AWS documentation link for AWS Health. It's a data source for events and changes affecting your AWS cloud resources. You can go over this page, try to understand a bit more on this service. But that's it on this question. Let's move to the next question. Question number 84, which AWS service is a key value database that provides a sub-millisecond latency on large scale? Here's my version. So we want to look for key value database, which has a sub-millisecond latency. We know the obvious choice is Amazon DynamoDB, but let's go over by elimination technique to understand why others are wrong. So the first one, obviously wrong in this list, option D, the Amazon Neptune graph database for storing and analyzing highly connected data, and it's serving a different purpose than a key value storage. So option D is wrong, definitely wrong. The next one, which is wrong, is option C. As you can say, it's a document DB. It's a document database designed for JSON-like data, but it's not optimized for ultra-low latency key value operations like DynamoDB. So that's wrong. And then option B, Amazon Aurora, it's a relational database. It's a high-performance relational database. It's not optimized for key value data for sub-millisecond latency. It's better suited for traditional relational workloads. Option B is gone. And that leaves us with our obvious choice here, option A, DynamoDB. DynamoDB is a key value data structure with sub-millisecond latency. It is used in applications where you need a high performance. And you can see the list of all the Amazon DynamoDB customers. I mean, major players like Netflix, Amazon themselves, Samsung, Zoom, all use Amazon DynamoDB. I think most of the services like Uber, Lyft, they also use DynamoDB, where the latency requirement is a major criteria. So that's it on this question. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 85. Companies deploying machine learning research project that will require a lot of compute power over several months, and the ML processing jobs do not need to run at specific times. Which Amazon EC2 instance purchasing option will meet these requirements at lowest cost? Please mark the keywords. Try to understand what could be the correct answer from the given options. Is my version. We need to run the servers for several months. And the main keyword here is we do not need to run it at specific times. And the third one, which is we need to make sure that the cost is lowest. Now, if you look at the options and the keywords, the key keyword here is do not need to run at specific times. That means it could be interrupted. There's no production requirement here, and the cost needs to be lowest. Now, that will drive you to a particular answer. I won't reveal that for now, but let's go through obvious wrong options. The first one wrong for me is reserve instance. Don't need to have reserve instance in this case because there is no commitment needed, long-term commitment needed. So as it says, we do not need to run the load at a specific times. Generally, reserve instance gives you discount over on-demand prices if you have any requirement around 1 or 2, 3 years of commitment, but it's not the correct answer for this particular question. Same is with the option D, dedicated instance. You need dedicated instance when there's a mention of physical exclusive use of the service, and it becomes very expensive because of that. So dedicated is gone. We need a cost-effective solution. We are left with on-demand and spot instance. We know on-demand is a costlier option, probably one of the costliest in this whole scenario. And as opposed to that, if we go for spot instances, you get 90% discount as compared to on-demand prices. Since you have flexibility that your job can be interrupted at any point in time. If someone else bids higher than you, your spot instance can be taken. But if you can see the nature of this particular question, we need to run the load. We are not really bothered about is it continuously running? Do we need to interrupt it or not? And it's interruptible load based on what we have seen. So the correct answer for this particular question is spot instances. That's the most cost-effective answer in the given scenario, as there is no need for production load, there's no need for dedicated hardware, there's no need for running it for 1 or 3 years. So spot instances, most cost-effective option. That's it on this particular question. And I believe that was the last question in this episode. That brings us to the end of this episode. I will see you in the next episode of this series soon. If you like the content and want to get notified when I release the next episode of this series, then please subscribe to this channel.
This is Exam Tricks and Tips.